This is a hike around the Hollywood Reservoir, which is a very well kept secret. I just talked to this guy who's living over there. He's a video game designer. He didn't really want to talk on camera about this place. It's a beautiful place and it's just 10 minutes away from the madness of Hollywood. They like keeping it quiet. There are some famous people living here. Apparently there was a Ashton Kutcher. I'm not really big on celebrities' names. And here is the lake. There is a fence around it, but there is still a man-made lake. Retreat for animals. You can see deers sometimes, or snakes, or at night, I guess, coyotes. These letters, the Hollywood sign, was built a century ago in 1923, and this reservoir was also built a century ago. So the dam that was built by Mr. Mulholland, like the movie Mulholland Drive. This dam was built in 1923, just like this 9 letters on the hill. We could say it's pretty much the birth of Hollywood as we know it today. So it's basically 100 years old. Now it's coming to become an older place. And this hiking path around the reservoir is still pretty much a secret. I asked these 2 friends who were standing on the side of the road how they knew about this place.
Honestly, I think I just Googled best place to view the Hollywood sign, or like where you could get closest to it without having to hike. I don't think people really know about the lake. I think
Yeah.
It's just the letters, yeah.
And so here, when you come here, do you do the whole trail around it, or?
No, actually, I never did the trail before. We just kind of saw this and kept walking.
Okay, thank you guys. So let's keep going. This is a lovely tree with red flowers on it. I wonder, they look like sort of toilet brushes, but that wouldn't be a nice name for flowers. I just found someone who apparently found the right app, an app called My Friend. So he just asked a friend and the friend came up with the name.
Oh, it's called Bottle Brush.
Oh, I knew there was brush in it.
Yeah, Bottle Brush Tree.
Here we have pink and white flowers, and also like a pine tree. Maybe you can hear it, it's hard to see, but there is a little bird just like humming and humming and humming, doing home improvement work. It is so pleasant to be able to hear birds in the second biggest city of the United States. No bikes are allowed, but no pets. Here the LADWP says don't waste another drop, water only 2 days per week. Report any suspicious activity, I hope this is not one, to LADWP. So we found a clue. That's the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power that's handling this place. Water is a big issue in LA as it is still at the border of the desert, but water can be very scarce, as we can see when we look at the LA River, which isn't really a river. There's barely water in it. So the management of water is very important, and I would like to know the role of that reservoir in terms of providing water to the city. There are some parts around the lake that are not so nice, picturesque hiking trails, but there's still, there's some charm in those. These are probably telephone cables. I wonder if we're gonna need them in the future, or if we're going to just get rid of them and destroy them. It's hard to imagine how they designed that a century ago. I contacted a group of experts of that place, but I got an answer that said that they were too old now and that most of them passed away. So it's really hard to get into a story that's that old on the Californian time scale. We are entering the 2nd century of that place, and apparently I'm having trouble finding someone who knows about the beginning of it. As I'm looking at the trees, I can hear the seagulls. And now I hear some music. There's a musician out there. Can I ask you if it's something you wrote or if it's a song that I'm supposed to know?
I'm actually trying to finish writing it right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm very close.
You come here for inspiration?
Yeah, I was trying to find a place that I could sit down and near the water, but I don't think I can get any closer to this than I am right now.
Yeah, there's still the fence.
There's still the fence, and I was wondering if there was any point around this that you could,
On the dam, did you try there?
Yeah, but it's just like, it's too open.
Yeah.
A lot of sun, everything like that,
Yeah.
So, this is gonna be fine.
Okay, what's the name of the song?
The song is called I Could Never. I'm spending my days thinking, but that's a poor use of time. But it's either that or drinking. You bottle your thoughts on some wine. I've drained up all my healthy habits, forgot the passions that I've left behind. And I know, for better or for worse, I'm not a guy who wakes up for the dawn. I'll be right here if you change your mind. I could never. Still.
On my way out, I found someone working for the LADWP. He couldn't talk on camera without the green line of the communication department, but he answered 2 of my questions. First of all, the reservoir is not in use anymore, so it's a habitat for those seagulls and these different animals, but it's not a water supply for the LA people. The second important thing for people in general who are visiting the place is to make sure you don't get locked in at night. One time, as he was responsible for closing the 3 different entrances, he found a woman and her child surrounded by coyotes, and they were screaming out of fear. So make sure you get out before they close. There are some wild animals hungry at night in Los Angeles.